All right, scalpers, I want to make you this short bonus video because I just got an email from one of our students, Hank, in Seattle, Washington. Hank has a couple schools under contract there. He's been with us now about a year, and he's got a couple hotels, a few car dealerships, 2 or 3 condo apartment properties, and now he's signed himself a couple schools. And most of you won't know this unless you're from Seattle or Washington State. 7 years ago, the state put in a very, very strict healthy product only in vending machines. Now, what happens is when this takes effect, just like when they don't want you to drill for oil in the United States, or they don't want you to look for natural gas, or it's gonna hurt the June bug or the little tadpole or something of that nature. We're too politically correct. So the pundits, the ones that they want everything their way and there is no in between. It's like being a vegan, and then you want everybody else to be a vegan. I think that's great. Be a vegan. Just don't tell me I need to be a vegan. Don't tell my kids they need to be vegans. Let them make up their own minds. You got to give them good information. And as a vendor, and you'll find that most vendors are this way, we feel like we want healthy items in the school. It's just we don't want crazy healthy items in the school. We know what works and what doesn't work, and we can read the label just like the zealots, the crazy zealots can read the label. So why not come to compromises? Well, after 7 years of this ban, the kids have overcome the ban, and here's how they overcome it. They just basically tell the school to pound sand, that they'll go to 7-Eleven during lunch, or they'll go to 7-Eleven after school. They'll go to 7-Eleven before school. They'll fill up their backpacks with candy and Skittles and anything else they want to buy, and then they'll bring it to school with them, and they'll eat it anyway. Well, Seattle didn't take the kids serious for a few years. And by the way, Hank tells me the machines are on all day in the school, the 2 schools he's in. So Seattle's now decided to talk about loosening the rules, and that they're actually going to sit down with the vending community and see if they can't solve this problem. Now, I wonder why they'd do that. Well, because last year the whole Seattle school system's commissions combined was only $17,000. Guess what they were 7 years ago? $200,000. Now, I got to tell you, most school systems that we have vendors in and we have students in, it did not affect it like that. It really did not. It maybe affected it by 20%, 30% commissions, which would be a direct reflection on gross sales. But as you can see, this is way, way over the top. This is closer to 83% is what it, matter of fact, that's exactly what it is, I guess, 83%. Less revenue for the school. 83% less revenue. 10% of that $200,000 would be $20,000. So I'm sorry, golly, I'm aim off on that. 93%. It affected them 93%. That's crazy. So it sort of tells you about kids and the power they got of consumption. And it also tells you what I've told you in past videos about, the school system. Even their rules say you can have Skittles because of the vitamin C content, but of course, those zealots I keep talking about, the ones that go crazy, they don't even want you to have what the school system legally says you can have. They want to be rid of that too. But the problem is, as we all know, our politicians can't keep their hands off the money. And the school boards, by the time they get their money, they have a shortfall because of politicians. If we're going to get rid, I think we ought to get rid of Snickers maybe in schools, and then we ought to get rid of politicians, period. That's my opinion. And I'm an independent, just so we understand. I'm not going to get into politics. I think both sides are crazy. But that's only because I'm a businessman. Can you believe that? $200,000 down to $17,000 in a total year. We have schools out there that we have vendors in that are doing over $100,000 a year, and they're paying them $15,000. Think about that. So what they're saying here is the school's take was less than one school in Maryland that's doing $100,000 a year and getting a 15% commission. That's pretty scary. It's pretty amazing. I don't guess it's scary. It's pretty amazing. But anyway, I wanted to bring you up to date on the Seattle school system commission debacle, and maybe you should start keeping up with it on the internet. I think it'll be interesting. It'll give you a really good insight of what's going on. Thanks.